Welcome to Shield Check, a DC20 series covering class and subclass breakdowns in under 10 minutes. On today's episode of Shield Check, we'll be discussing the Commander and Commander subclasses. Commanders utilize their extensive leadership skills and tactical battle knowledge. This could come from being a war veteran, inspiring leader, or a tactical mastermind. Their combat training gives them access to weapons, all armors, and all shields. This is the character progression chart for commanders from levels 1 through 10. At level 1, our class features give us access to Inspiring Presence. Whenever you spend stamina points in combat, restore an amount of health points equal to the stamina points spent. Choose any creature within 5 spaces that can see or hear you and divide the health points among them. Also, Commander's Call. 1 action point and 1 stamina point allows you to command a creature that can see or hear you within 5 spaces to immediately take an action as a reaction for free once on each of your turns. They could choose to attack, making an attack with advantage but not spending resources on it. They could choose to dodge, taking the full dodge action. Or they could choose to move, moving their full speed without provoking opportunity attacks. And also access to the flavor feature, Natural Leader. You have advantage on checks made to convince creatures that you are an authority figure. You have advantage on the first charisma check made to interact with non-hostile members of military groups. At level 2, our class features give us access to Commanding Aura. You're surrounded by a 5-space aura and can target any creature within your aura that can see or hear you to gain one of the following effects. Bolster, 1 action point. You take the help action to aid the target with an attack. You can also do so as a reaction whenever a valid target makes an attack. Rally, 1 action point. Grant creatures of your choice, yourself included, 1 temporary health point. Reinforce, 1 action point. When they are targeted by an attack, you can impose disadvantage on the attack as a reaction. You also get access to 1 talent point. And at level 3, we get to choose from the Commander subclass options, the first of which is the Crusader. Should you choose the Crusader subclass, you get access to Virtuous Vanguard. This gives you Aura of Courage. While in your commanding aura, creatures of your choice have resistance to Frightened and Intimidated. Protective Orders. When a creature gains the benefit from your commander's call, they also gain resistance against the next damage they take before the start of your next turn. Restoring Rally. When you grant a bloodied creature temporary health points in combat using Rally, they regain that amount of health points instead. Also, the flavor feature, Gallant Hero. As a symbol of hope and safety to others, you have advantage on checks to convince creatures not to be afraid. Or you could choose the subclass, Warlord.
Are you ready for a war?
Choosing the Warlord subclass gives you access to offensive tactics. You gain Morale Breaker. Once per combat, when you use Commander's Call, you can use the Intimidate action for free against a creature of your choice within 15 spaces. Also, Battlefield Tactics. Allies within your commanding aura deal +1 damage on their first melee attack on each of their turns against a creature they're flanking. And you get access to a new commanding aura option, Priority Target. 1 action point and 1 stamina point. Choose a creature within 15 spaces. Until the start of your next turn, each creature within your aura has advantage on the first attack it makes on each of its turns against that chosen creature. Also, the flavor feature, Battlefield Tactician. Years of study and experience allowed you to master history and strategy. You gain advantage on checks related to analyzing fields of battle, understanding historical battles, and military organizations. If neither of these subclasses fit your style, you have access to the Paragon Commander subclass. Choosing the Paragon Commander subclass gives you access to 1 class talent that you can use in various ways. One of which being Seize Momentum. This requires Commander's Call, Commanding Aura, and level 3. When an ally within your Commanding Aura scores a heavy hit, you can use your Commander's Call as a reaction. Or Coordinated Command. This requires Commander's Call and level 3. Once per round when you use your Commander's Call, you can spend 1 stamina point to target a second creature within range, yourself included, to also gain the benefits of the chosen command. You choose who acts first between the targeted creatures. And as always, you get the flavor feature, Jack of 1 trade, gaining 1 trade point. That wraps it up for the Commander and Commander subclasses. We'll catch you next time on Shield Check. And until then, keep that shield wall strong.